It's Week 10 of the NFL, and we'll see Bijan Robinson. He comes in fourth in the NFL in rushing touchdowns this year. It's the Texans and the Jaguars, and it's coming right.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags.
They are led out by their veteran quarterback hailing from Michigan State, and we like that. It's Kirk Cousins.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. They go play action. Cousins.
A quick throw there is incomplete. Deebo Samuel is the intended receiver, and it's third down. You look at the defense for these Texans.
It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number one in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
So no advantage in this game for either quarterback in terms of coming off that open week, huh?
Yeah, they both had buys.
Both had them, so you got to figure both of them went back, watched some extra tape, polished up their game, checked out their fundamentals. But they also both had an extra week to prepare for each other's defenses. This could be a whole lot of fun.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
The Texans at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. And they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
40 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here.
You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
And the Texans are going to have a first and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
The stop there on 3rd, they could have held them to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at them with another momentum play. Go quickly and attack them. Because right now, they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down. No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Robinson, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
Here's a screen for Robinson.
Touchdown!
Bijan Robinson
With touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Texans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Moody good with the extra point.
And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Bijan Robinson.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game.
3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock. And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing, Cousins. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah
in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Riley Dixon now to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 30. 6-yard return after a punt of 48.
And the Texans will take over. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive.
And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
67 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. It's a 5-yard pickup that time on what will wind up being the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 26. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Robinson will try to pick it up.
They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to be on the 4th down. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll run for it with Robinson. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. First down. Here's Cousins. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again.
A run by Pacheco on 2nd down.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Fielded at the 43. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9.
Again, it's Robinson. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. The throw there, but that's going to be
that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down. He was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here.
The Jaguars back with it on offense. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
From the 20, here's a 2nd and 5.
To throw is Cousins. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another 1st down.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Clark Phillips has got it.
And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
On 3rd down, it's Pacheco.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Take it at the 37. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
On 1st and 10, Beal sets up the screen to Robinson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Personal foul. Safety. Defense.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Again, it'll be Robinson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Doesn't take any great analysis on my part. It's been pretty obvious. Last couple of plays, these guys have been going in the wrong direction.
Offensive line overwhelmed on those plays. Now, I think it's safe to say going to the air here on 3rd. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 and the 6. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
A very one-sided first half, 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Texans going to take over here to start quarter number 3. Second half begins with a run by Robinson.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
97 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the 3rd quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up from the 43. Here's 2nd and 6. Robinson with another carry. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator. Wouldn't we clip out the box score? Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake. Beal.
Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 17-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. Been on it, and they pick up another first down there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They run up the gut with Kelly. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Looking to throw. Beal. They'll set up a screen for Breida. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. Robinson will take this one in for a Texans touchdown. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to have a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2.
And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement.
Taking it right down Broadway.
Loose inside the 30. Deebo Samuel.
Touchdown, Jaguars.
Deebo Samuel.
75 yards.
And the Jaguars are able to cut into that deficit. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. In one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive.
And you see the last drive, great chunky yardage, the touchdown on 5 carries. And offensively, everything just looked in sync, didn't it?
It did, and the reason that it was in sync is because it's a combination of play calling, game plan, offensive line marrying up with all of their blocks. But don't forget the receivers out on the perimeter. Any type of a long run, the receivers have had a hand in that because they've occupied people downfield. And, of course, give the big credit to the man with the football. Great vision, good movement, gets to the end zone.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Beal. It's complete to Robinson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville.
Looking to throw. Beal. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Robinson up the middle.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
122 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
On 3rd down, Robinson.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Now a 2nd and 10. Hand off now to Robinson.
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Jake Moody now on for the field goal.
From the right hash, this from 53. And his kick is good. Boy, just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is what we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it. And he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 32 that time. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Cousins now to throw on first down.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Cousins.
Gets the check down, throw to White.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll throw again. Cousins.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 25-yard line.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
To throw, Cousins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Elijah Molden. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
To throw on 2nd down. Beal. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20.
A huge play there for Houston. And even 50 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag. They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Back to throw. Beal. And that is incomplete.
Jake Moody now on for the field goal.
From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. They'll look to throw again. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he is not going to be able to get away as they swarm him for a loss shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. And he's going to go down in the end zone. Cousins taken down for the safety. So a failure there to get rid of the football. I don't know in the end that it's going to matter much here with this game, but it yields another 2 points.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. It may not matter a ton with the deficit that's already there, but like my old coach used to say, it sure ain't going to help.
Doesn't help indeed. And now out comes Houston. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off play action. Beal. That is caught by Dell. A huge play there for Houston. And even 50 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
They go play action here on 1st down. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Jelani Woods. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Moody good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. A 1st down throw for Cousins. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here's Riley Dixon now, standing just about on his own goal line. That's taken at around the 40. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense set to regain possession. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off.
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. A good pickup there, a 22.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
A little bit of daylight on that 1st down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
Now a 2nd and 2. Second down and a run by Robinson.
And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8.
Now we'll get a timeout as they tend to an injured player. And looks like that's their receiver, Christian Watson. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look. And we will take a short break. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
On 4th down, Beal. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. On 1st and 10, Cousins.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Cousins.
Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
The Texans take over 1st and 10.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
So Houston going to come away here with the